And then we have a flat synthetic brush, chiseled edge, and I have a flat a Filbert brush, which is chiseled edge and synthetic. And I also have a liner brush, and a long one and a short one. You need a couple of different brushes just in case some don't work out for you, so it's nice to have a few extra brushes around. And that's about it for the brushes. We come up so then I'm also going to add a bit of blue to my black, because it'll give it a really nice color instead of, really nice gray instead of pure black. Okay, so blue. All right, lots of blue and red. All right. Now you can make your own black, but I want to do it this way because I want to get more of a gray tone. You can get gray by mixing your 3 primary colors together. All right, so we're going to add some red. Add some red, lots of red, probably equal amounts of all the colors. I think that would be nice. Kind of nice. Oh, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, it's hard for you to see it now on video, right? But you'll see it now when I add white. So here's the white. Okay, so now we have this color here. Isn't that nice? I wish you could see it, but anyway, and I'm going to add white. I'm going to start down here because if I start up there, I'll end up putting a whole bottle of white in there. So I'm going to move it away because I got a lot of paint here now, and I'm going to move it away until I get the color I want. So that's kind of dark, but I want a nice light gray, so I'm just going to clean off my brush, and I'm going to take the white, my dirty brush, and that's the color I'm going to use because my brush is dirty, and I can use all that again. I'm going to need it. Okay, so now we're going to take that, wiped off my brush a bit with the darker color on it, and just went into white, and this is a nice color I got. So now we're going to do the whole background. Look. All right, add more white. If it comes out really dark on your canvas, just add white and nothing else, because your brush is dirty, so it'll spread it out. And also you may need to put some magic mist on your canvas because it's going to be hard to move it unless you've got something to get it to flow. It'll save you on having to use a lot of paint. This my magic mist recipe will help this just be so smooth, and you won't have to use as much paint because it lets the paint spread. See? Isn't that pretty? So add more white. The magic mist will keep it going. Keep it nice and smooth. See this spot here? I can't get it to move there. That's because I must have missed a spot, okay? I missed a spot. So let's spray it again. And we will do that. See how nice and smooth it is? Now you might say, well, Rosh, I can just spray it with water. You certainly can if you want to. Okay. And we are going to keep it going. My brush is pretty dirty, so I'm going to go more into white. I'm only putting white on my brush now because my brush is dirty, and I want to leave it dirty because it's picking up all that nice gray. Look at that nice gray. Look, it doesn't have to be one pure gray. It can be, several values of gray. Okay? So it can be several values, which means it can be dark, medium, light, gray. Let your brush do whatever it wants to do, all right? Just bring your hand up and down, or you can go across if you want. And let your So it can be any kind of path. Let's see. Let's get a horizon line. So we'll come down around here. Make sure your paint is dry. And it'll be easy if you just really spread it out like that, okay? So you got a nice road going off into the distance. And you got these trees all around like this. All right, so these are your trees. Just use your chalk to draw it out, okay? Try to stay vertical, okay? Straight up, straight up. Okay, straight up. This can go even thinner if you want. Okay, and then we would be putting our truck here, driving off into the distance. So just use your chalk, which is great because now you don't have to worry about anything really. And then you'll be putting little twigs. See, and you're putting all kinds of branches on there. So you can kind of draw it out first if you want, just to get an idea what it's going to look like. All right, so you got branches coming off your trees. You might have some bushes going on down here. More branches. All right, and the light will come in through here. Let's try that. All right. So let's put some trees back here. We'll put in a few darker trees just so we can put snow on top of those. Okay, so that's some trees here. So in reality, we are going to be putting a lot of that there. So make sure your brush is nice and wet so that the paint will move, and go into your darker color that we made earlier and start putting in some of those trees. So put in, you need lots of water. Look, it's dripping, see? And then you'll roll it in your paint, and that way it won't drip anymore. Try to go straight up. I know it's tempting to. So put a few of these in first. Go. I'm going to get a medium value. I think I'm just going a bit too dark there, but I'm going to get a medium value down around this area. Because further away, the lighter they should be, because the darker they get, they come forward, okay? So nice, and let's get some lighter ones back here, but dark enough so you can see them. Trying to stay straight up and down. All right, so you use a liner brush, or if you find that too hard, you can get a flat brush. All right, get a flat brush, very small flat brush with a chiseled edge, because you want to use your chiseled edge for your tree. Okay, so I'm just adding a bit of white, but it's a grayish color, and I'm gonna use the chiseled edge, and then that's better, that's easier. All right. Now let's put in some branches. So get your black, dark blue paint or darkish gray paint. Okay, make sure you get enough of it made there so you don't. So we're going to go with a bit of white in there so that it's a lighter color because we're going to do them back. Make sure your liner brush is nice and long. The longer it is, the better, because it'll make it so much easier for you. And I'm just going to add some branches to these trees, just like that. Just little squiggly lines coming off some of these trees. Make sure you dip in your water many times. Even if it's dripping, it's okay, because once you roll it in your paint, it won't drip. Just put on some of these lines here. When all that is dry, take your white with a little tiny bit, you should have a dirty palette so you'll be able to use colors, with a little bit of that light gray, because you don't want it to be chalk white, not yet. And on top of these branches, you add white snow. You put them everywhere the branches are. A little bit tedious, but it'll be nice. So let's get a bristle brush and we'll add some snow down around here so we can get the feel of what way we want the snow to go down here. And we will use a bristle and open up those. And make sure you add a little bit of that grayish color, because these are basically our shadows and our first coat. Whenever you put a first coat of paint on your canvas, always have it darker than what your final coat is going to be, okay? Then you'll have some shadows. So what you can do is just tap on some of this snow We can make it go around a corner a little bit there. We'll just put some snow here. Okay. Tap, 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 tap. See, it's got a nice medium grayish color, so you can always add highlights to that now, see? So let's get it over here. Tap, 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 tap. Good. Now we will throw it on the road a little bit there. It's going around that corner there somewhere. We got some more coming here. We'll just tap, tap, tap. Okay, and you can come up as high as you want. So we're just putting on the basics right now, just to see how things look and if they're going to be interesting enough to continue. Now I'm just going to bring some over on the road here. Bring them over horizontal, all right? Try not to go down. Try to keep going horizontal. Just going to bring some out on the road here. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do the road yet. That's gonna hide behind here somewhere. Going off. Off, 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 over here. Okay. So you just tap on here. Here. Out into the road. So when all that dries, we'll be able to put on some extra snow. All right. I want to get it on the road there. All over the place. It is snow. What else can we do? Let's see, let's see. So we will take our bristle brush. We'll add some snow kind of in the background here. They're trees. We already had the branches done, so that's good. Okay, so just get your white paint with a little bit of that dark color to it, the grayish color. We're just going to tap on some snow, and we're going to make sure that you leave some of that work we already did. We don't want to waste that. All right. Tap, 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 tap. Don't worry. You sort of tap in between what you already did because you don't want to lose it, right? You don't want to lose all that work you did. This will really give it a nice snowy look. These could be other branches and trees. See how pretty it is? Yeah, keep tap, tap, tap all in between what you already did. Now I'm going to take my fan brush and I'm going to put white on it, you know, same color, white with a little bit of that grayish color. And just see, now that's too much, right? So I'm going to go and get more white. All right, and then I'm going to just tap some different strokes on top so we can get a kind of a different things going on. It's kind of nice, right? Just there we go. And then we'll do some on this side. This will help you get a little more, instead of just like all blobs of white, which is fine. Looks good actually, I like it. So I don't want to do too much stuff that I'm going to ruin it, but I do want to experiment. So if you don't want to experiment, if you see your painting looks nice and you're happy with it, you don't have to experiment with anything. You just continue on and finish it up. So I'm just taking some of these bigger, the blobs that I did, or the taps, and I'm just taking some like maybe some branches or something coming out. You know? Just give it a variety of interest coming from your, just take your brush and kind of move it around, like twirl it as you're tapping. I'm not tapping very hard actually. See all that different textures and things that are going on there? It makes it look like you painted a very elaborate, complicated painting, when in actual fact it wasn't that complicated at all. Now was it? Huh? So, just keep tapping on the chiseled edge of your brush so you don't get too thick, okay? But you want to get the texture. That's why I'm using bristle brush, bristle fan brush, okay? If you don't have a bristle fan brush, use a chiseled edge brush. Let's see if I can get one to work for you. Let me see. I got this little tiny one here, the one I used earlier. So just a flat chiseled edge brush, and I'm just going to put some white on it, the white that we're talking about. And you can try that. Just tap on the chiseled edge, so you get all these nice little skinny ones still coming down and branch off from each other. It's a little probably take a little bit longer, but that's okay. See, that's nice. Okay, see that? You can use that for sure. I just love the fan brush, see? But you don't, I just love the fan brush, see? Right? So you don't have to do everything that I do, but use whatever brushes work for you. I do like those blobs there. I don't want to waste those. I like those. Let's see. I want to fill in a little more space up here. I'm just going to twirl my brush a little bit. Get some of that extra snow going on there. Touch and twirl, touch and twirl. Touch and twirl. Touch and twirl, that's it. Let's see what else we got here. I don't want to try not, it's almost hard not to overdo it though, isn't it? Because I mean, you look in the woods and all the snow and the trees, I mean, you can't. It's just so beautiful. Put a little bit of snow down here, which I know I already have some, but I just want to, some extra little bits of something here. And you might say, well, how do you know what to do? Well, I'm looking at 3 or 4 different reference photos. I'll show you those now. But when you see them, they're not even anything to do with what I'm doing. They're just helping me make decisions, helping me figure out what I want to put in them. And if I, you know, now I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to put in some more. Kind of like those. I don't want to touch those too much, but I'd like to have a little more going on here. Just tapping a little bit. See something you like, try not to cover it up, okay? Look how pretty it's coming along. Isn't that nice? And that, like I said, people will think that you did something really elaborate when all you did was tap, 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 tap. Tap, tap, tap. So it looks pretty nice. I don't know we need much in here. I'm just going to use the corner of my brush to get a few of these thicker ones. I like those there. It just happened. I let my brush do whatever it wants. That's why I just used the corner of my brush there. Now just tap in a few little extra. Just a few little extras. I don't think you can overdo it because it's snow. It's a snowy scene. The more snow, the better. Then look at that. Isn't that, I don't know, it's just so amazing. It's so cool. I really like the snow here too. I'm going to get a little bit of highlight there. I think I'm going to, no, I'm not going to use that. Ignore that. I'm going to use my bristle brush that I used for these nice thick ones here. My bristle. And I'm going to add my white. It's better. That's better. And I'm going to add white by itself. Just tap on areas. I'm not going to cover up everything that I did there, okay? See how I'm leaving out some of the underneath? This is a great lesson though for, you know, snow and trees, snowy trees and forests. You can make up your own. Just leave it like that. Don't fill in everything, just a little bit here and there. Just see I'm leaving spots. Coming out over the road a little bit just to get them in there. Let's go around that corner there. Adding a little more white. Want to bring it out here so it looks like the snow is coming out over the road for now until we decide what else we want to do. That looks kind of nice, doesn't it? It's got that nice snowy look. Let's see what else I need to do. Get that nice snowy look over here. Probably a little shadow. Maybe the sun is coming in through, coming over and hitting off of here more. I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking, how can I make that look? Nice snowy. Just a little bit here and there, just barely tapping. Just want to see those little bits of white coming off here and there. And when that dries, we're going to highlight some of that again. Okay. We just have to be careful that we don't overdo it, which is easy to do because it's so pretty. Isn't that pretty? Nice. So that's pretty nice. What I might do is put a little bit of snow on the road there. Just not sure what kind of I'm doing here yet. I'm just gonna scrape on. I want to see, make it look like it's going over there somewhere. Some white, a little bit of that shadowy color there. We'll be putting more paint, more snow on the road again after. I just want trying to decide what way I want this to, how I want this to go. Trying to get that road to disappear in here somewhere. Disappear, road. Go. Go, go. Yeah, okay. Right. Just want to see if it makes any sense. It's got to make sense. Trying to bring my strokes around that corner there so they look like strokes. And nice big road because I need to have the wide space for the truck. I think a red truck would look nice there to red or yellow or green, or, you know, to complement the black and white, or gray and white I should say. Yeah, I'm gonna put some streaks here. Give it that, you know, cars or trucks are going inside. Maybe something like that. And then you could take your bristle brush, tap into your white snow, and if there's a truck going in there, probably left a bit of snow in the middle, right? You know, it's probably got tire marks on the outsides, but it might have left some snow here in the middle, maybe. That would have to be our imagination. Just tapping that on there to give it some kind of a... Yep, just get it on there. Just tap, tap, tap. Right, a bit of snow there in the center. And see what else. Oh, no. Just adding a bit more snow. There we go. Just kind of adding like as if there were, you know, trees and coming out of here. Right? Just gives us some interest. A little bit of realism, you know. But we want to be in a fantasy world. We're artists. Don't be too real. All you do is take a photograph with a camera. We don't want that. We want to have it in our world, right? This is our world. It's not the real world. A little more highlight on this. Then we're going to add a few shadows, I think. I'm just tapping in different places because I don't want it to cover up everything that I did. Again, it's kind of, so there's some light coming in through somewhere. A little bit down there, a little bit, right? Just a little bit, taps of brighter color, pure white, just to get it look like maybe there's some light shining in through there and shining on that bit of snow back there, see? Bits of white to make it look like maybe there's some light coming in through there somewhere. I'm not going to do too much because it could end up fooling it up. But I think it's nice to do this here though. This looks really nice, adding that extra light down here. Looks like there might be something peeping in through the trees somewhere. See it? When that dries, I might add some more. Really bright. See? And then there might be some on the road a little bit here. Alright, I think that a little bit of light might shine on here too. And just in one spot there, it's kind of cool, isn't it? Nice.